Oso Ighodaro and Supreme Cook at center court, ready to tip things off. Lone game in the Big East tonight. Ighodaro and Marquette control the tip, and here comes this high-powered offense. They want to move and move fast.
Let's keep your eyes on Cam Jones. He's going to cut back door, and if it's not there, a little two-man game here.
Ighodaro had that one knocked away by Cook. Still plenty of time on the shot clock in this opening possession. Isolation for Joplin, backing down on Styles. Fadeaway no good. Brumbaugh with the rebound.
It's a really nice job by Styles, forcing him to go over his right shoulder, which brings the basketball right in front of the defender's face, able to get a hand up on that shot.
A different size that Georgetown's dealing with today than they dealt with against Butler down at Hinkle earlier in the week. Epps making the start after missing a couple of ball games. Came off the bench last time. Time winding down. Styles for three. Knocks it through. Boy, was he hot during shoot-around today, too.
He didn't miss a shot in shoot-around today. Coming off a 19-point effort against Butler.
Styles picks up right where he left off. Jones had it rattle in and out. Fans still on their feet, waiting for the first bucket to fall for Marquette. Epps with Chase Ross on him. Ross making another start for Marquette. Epps falling away. Tough shot. Good for two.
He's going to have to do that consistently. Use his speed to be able to get in the lane and make plays for himself and his teammates.
Tyler Kolek brilliant in his home city of Providence last time out as Joplin drives and able to get two and one.
Dribble penetration here from Joplin. Straight line drive. Jaden Epps not able to get there in established legal guarding position. That's a good call by the official.
So Epps picks up his first. A good job by Joplin staying up in the air, too, so he can get that shot up and in. Joplin, hometown kid, had a great season. 6th man of the year in the Big East a year ago. Now in the starting lineup every day, and he gets it back in a free possession for Marquette. And Kolek threw it away. Here comes Georgetown on the move. Styles, Euro stepping his way through for two more.
Yeah, I talked to Shaka Smart today. He was concerned, especially after missed shots, for his defense to be able to get back and get settled. Georgetown and Styles able to take advantage there in transition.
Hot start for the Hoyas. Kick it out to Ross. Now into the corner for Jones. Ross drives, got a man in the air. Styles of good defense, got a block. You see a lot of this from Marquette's defense. They want to get that point guard, the person bringing the ball up, initiate contact early. Brumbaugh looking for space. Shot clock winding down. It's at 2. And it's a shot clock violation.
Partner, when you play against Marquette, you've got to get that ball changing sides of the floor. That ball stayed on the right side, and a really good Shaka Smart defense just smothered it up.
Shaka Smart, 17 straight home wins at Fiserv Forum. Lost just one time on their home floor last year. That was a game against in-state rival Wisconsin. And we're going to get a travel. Picked that ball up and walked with it.
It just took a few steps. Little carry-on luggage right there.
So 2 turnovers for Tyler Kolek in the first 3 minutes of this game.
He's playing a little fast right now, which is unusual because it's difficult to speed him up because he has such a great handle.
Kolek had 21 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists against Providence in a losing effort earlier in the week. Didn't get any help from his teammates. It's Georgetown with a 5-point lead. Epps for 3. Had it tipped away, and Joplin comes away with a loose ball.
Yeah, and so Ighodaro blocked that one. Got a little tip on the ball.
Into the corner. Ross for 3. Short. And Masood comes away with a rebound.
Right now, this game is being played at a Georgetown pace. A little bit more half court. Marquette's got a trap them and make them play a little bit more quickly so they can get out of transition, try to get some easy ones.
Ball bouncing all over the place, finally in the hands of Marquette. Cam Jones pushed by Massoud, and the officials coming in and stopping play. Pretty big push from Massoud.
Massoud is a little bit taller, but not heavier for sure. But there was a little bit of extra little hip action on that one at the end. An extended arm. Good call by the official.
First foul on Massoud. He'll hit the bench. Wayne Bristol checks in for Georgetown. Joplin with the only bucket thus far from Marquette. There goes Joplin on the drive with the left hand.
Dontrez Styles, number 0 in blue there, never got a good angle on his closeout. It's a really good attack off the bounce.
It's one thing for Georgetown. They've really struggled defensively to guard as a team.
Yes. Part of it is positioning, which they did not have on that last possession.
They haven't had a lot of their guys healthy and learning each other's style of defense or offense. They've either been injured or sick, whatever it's been. Epps on the drive. Epps high off the window. Cook couldn't keep it alive. Here's Ross and the Marquette Golden Eagles. Jones passed up the 3. Now Iguodaro. To Joplin for 3.
I would like to see him shot fake and drive that basketball. He just got to the line a couple possessions ago. Nice pass.
He gets it underneath to Cook. Had it altered by Joplin. Kolek to Iguodaro, who will go to the line. Fouled by Bristol. Takes us to our first timeout in Milwaukee. Iguodaro with foul shots on the other side of this timeout.
Category is bands.
Let the duel begin.
Beatles. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Time to have the help, and they'll be able to get any shot they want to get uncontested on the weak side of the floor.
Yeah, just 4 for 20 from 3 against Providence last time. Again, that's not this style of offense for Marquette. They can shoot threes when they need to, but that's not necessarily how they're going to garner their points. It's mostly one in the paint. You see Ed Cooley, first season at Georgetown, which he was at Providence forever, trying to pick up his first conference victory as the head man in D.C.
7 NCAA appearances in 12 years at Providence College. Did a really nice job, and obviously he wants the talent level and the success level to accelerate during this time here at Georgetown.
A 10-second violation. So we have had a shot clock violation and now a 10-second violation. See Ed Cooley telling his team, hey, get the ball up. Let's go.
Well, that's surprising, too, for Georgetown with 3 guards on the floor. You got to get that thing over, and you'll have 4-on-3 on the backside, and they've got to attack it.
Supreme Cook playing the 5 right now for Georgetown. Kolek trying to drive, hangs and hits.
You cannot let number 11 in blue get to his left hand. He is deadly on that side.
Tie game, Marquette 3 out of 8 now from the floor. Everything coming from the inside, and a foul. We get Joplin on the dig. That is his first personal, first team foul for Marquette.
Dribble penetration here. Reach inside by Joplin. That's a good call by the official.
Anytime you see the defender put their hands up, it's almost like, okay, all right, I got you. I'm going to try and sell this.
Actually, most often we act like we didn't do it.
Yeah.
But we have the benefit of replay, of course.
Georgetown almost 4 minutes without any points. And subs on the floor for the first time with Ben Gold and Sean Jones for the Golden Eagles. Epps driving. Oh, the follow by Cook.
Cook knows that when you get a guard driving hard to the basket, you just forward straight in front, and if he misses, you're right there, perfect for the offensive rebound putback. Good execution there by Cook.
One thing Marquette was worried about, the offensive glass for Georgetown, especially Cook. Number 2 in the Big East in rebounding. A lot of his rebounds coming on the offensive glass. Kolek fires from 3, and he's short.
He's got everything right now for Marquette to settle. Jump shot, no dribble penetration to the lane, and trying to get to the front of the rim. And you'll draw an additional defender, which will create easy offense on the weak side.
X for three, didn't get the roll. Gold taps it away from Jones.
Got numbers here.
Cook on the far side of the floor. Iguodala running the floor.
Cook fell down on the floor there, which created a 5-on-4 advantage situation for Marquette, and they were able to take advantage on that possession.
Waiting for the guards to get involved for Georgetown. Three in particular really struggled against Butler as Brumbaugh goes up on Gold, and Gold got it ripped away by Cook.
He's an excellent offensive rebounder. 4 offensive rebounds per game.
Jones trying to go coast to coast, and a whistle. I get Jay Heath for the personal. Supreme Cook's the way he does best.
Yeah, watch how Jay Neps gets to the rim, and you get a free run as a big to the front. And Supreme Cook does an extraordinary job. 3rd in the Big East in offensive rebounds with 4 offensive rebounds per game. He has a really good instinct for the ball. So strong and physical and bouncy around the rim. I love how he takes charge in that facet of the game.
Well, and for everything for Cook is within about 5 feet, too.
Knows who he is.
Cook's going to head to the bench. 47 seconds away from another media timeout. Drew Fielder checks in for Georgetown.
Picking hot big with deep range.
A tough game against Butler, but for Fielder, averaging 10 points over his last 3 games combined. Trey Norman, talented freshman on the floor for Marquette for the first time. 1-point lead for the visiting Hoyas. Deep 3 by Styles. Rimmed in and out.
That's the first one I've seen him miss all day. Including shoot-around.
Must have been a draft cut in at the last moment.
Right.
And a tough pass from Oso Iguodala. Don't see that very often from the Marquette big man.
What happened is Georgetown's help in the middle of the lane was perfectly placed. And Iguodala saw it at the last moment, wished he could pull it back, but he already let it go, because as the passer, you're the eyes of the recipient, and he saw Georgetown perfectly placed there in the middle of the floor.
Also such a great passer.
Yes.
A guy who could basically play the one if he wanted to. The ball at the floor. Tapped by Jones into the hands of Fielder on the mismatch, and Fielder good for 2 more.
Yeah, Fielder does most of his work out on the perimeter, but a good feel right there, recognizing he had a little mismatch inside, a little drop step and off the glass. Well done.
Jones thought he got fouled by Brumbaugh, instead of play through. Jones got cut off by Masood. Now Iguodala whip it into the corner for Gold on the catch and shoot for 3.
Ben Gold, 35% from 3. Now 14 of his made 25 field goals are from the 3-point line.
Perfect entry pass to him as well. All I do is catch and essentially shoot it. Styles has Iguodala on him. Mismatch down low. Heath to Styles, top of the key. Styles rejected by Gold. Brumbaugh going right back inside. Fielder, no. Tap in, no. Here comes Marquette. Nice pass, Iguodala. Smart decisions by Norman and Gold. Iguodala, floater, got it.
He's so good in that short roll situation because he's got such soft touch from 8 feet. Really well done on the pick and roll with the short roll.
First lead of the game for Marquette.
His own look here from Marquette. That ball's got to get to that Big East logo. A pass off the bounce.
Brumbaugh deep 3. Too strong, and Iguodala pulls down the rebound. Iguodala goes underneath for 2 more. Timeout, Georgetown. 7-0 run for the Golden Eagles. Ben Gold getting Marquette rolling.
In there around, and they're playing a little bit too casual right now. They've got to attack off the bounce on the offensive end and be more physical on the defensive end.
If anybody knows Big East basketball, it's Ed Cooley. There's no doubt about that.
It would help if his guards got going. Epps and Brumbaugh combined 1 of 8 from the field. Got to attack.
Inside touch to Massoud. Pull it back out and reset.
I thought he should have kept dribbling to his right and tried to get to the front of the rim against a smaller player than Trey Norman, number 5 in blue.
Kolek back on the floor as well as Epps. Epps to his right. Floater, no good. Drought continues for Georgetown.
And without Cook in the game for Georgetown, no offensive rebound presence.
Joplin driving, blocked by Massoud. Fielder, and the Hoyas moving forward. A lot of Epps. And able to get the bucket.
Coming into this game, Coach Cooley wants to spread the floor to allow Epps to be able to make plays off the dribble, and he's being able to do it on a couple of occasions so far in this game.
Gold tries another 3, gets another.
Off that ball screen, every single Georgetown defender went with the basketball, lost track of where Gold was. That's how he got that wide open three-point shot.
Tough to lose track of a guy who's 6'10", and his game is the perimeter.
Yes.
Whip it around. There's Heath for 3. Fielder tried to follow, and Gold the rebound. They need those 3 guards, Heath, Brumbaugh, and Epps, to get rolling. They were combined 7 for 29 against Butler last time out.
2 for 10 so far in this one.
Kolek, right place, right time for a reset.
Got to make him go right.
Nobody covering that paint. Kolek, a straight line to the hoop.
You cannot let him get to his left hand. Georgetown out of position, sitting on his right hand, which opened up a straight line drive for him to get to the bucket.
Kolek saw the C's part and went, okay.
Right.
Massoud with the size mismatch. Whip it. Joplin got his hand on it. 2-on-2. Norman comes away with it, blocked by Stiles. Good hustle by Trey Norman just to keep the possession alive.
Going to the right shoulder.
Gold again for 3. 3 for 3 for the Kiwi. Epps on the other end, no good. Forced shot there by Epps. Big run by Marquette. Kolek, no good. Thought he got fouled by Fielder.
The numbers, that attack.
Keith from the corner, an air ball. Kolek all by himself. There's so many times where his bench has given him a bad time about not dunking basketballs. You know what? He took the 2.
Well, cherry pick back there. Oh, man. But Marquette's defense has Georgetown completely out of sorts on the offensive end. Everything's a jump shot from the Hoyas.
And a foul by Fielder. It has led to a 17-2 run for Marquette. And Gold, better call him platinum these days.
Absolutely. He's been absolutely changed completely tonight because their defense has been smothering. They've been doing a nice job of keeping Epps to one side of the floor, not allowing Georgetown to get any ball reversals, which has kept their defense out of rotation. Shaka Smart really pleased with what his defense has done so far.
A great segment from Ben Gold as Joplin, another sharpshooter, drills one.
4 double-figure scoring games, including 19 in a win over UCLA, 5 of 11 from 3, and he was knocking them down just like that in that game.
Been waiting for Joplin to really settle in as an everyday starter now, as they'll get Zayd Lowry on the dig. Joplin again, last year's 6th man of the year in the Big East.
I think that people wanted him to replace Max Prosper. They're two completely different players, and so he had to really settle in to himself and what he brings to the table, and he looks pretty settled tonight.
Epps on the drive. And Georgetown finally able to get a bucket.
As we said earlier, Georgetown's got to find more ways to be able to get him in space so he can get downhill to create offense for himself and his teammates. But the drum ball, number 1 in blue's got to join the party too.
Iguodaro on the layup, and he was fouled. Supreme Cook picks up the personal. Otherwise, that would have been a violent meeting with the rim.
Single side ball screens are very difficult to guard, and Georgetown got no rotation over. That's a huge ask for their big Supreme Cook, 24 in blue, to step up and then have to defend the lob as well. You got to get a rotation from the weak side of the floor.
Iguodaro goes to the line, 7 points, and a lot of people after the loss of Providence asked the question, where was Iguodaro in the second half? Only had 2 field goal attempts in the entire second half, none until the 4-minute mark.
Well, I think some of that is really how he's built. He's a point center and a pass-first kind of guy, and we'll see him in ball screen situations where he's get a free lob, or if he gets an ISO, he'll drive it. But that's not really his personality, to take over the game with touches in the post and to jack shots up from the perimeter. That's just not who he is. And he didn't get very many of those opportunities because of the changing defenses from Providence.
Providence looked good. There were a few upsets this week of the ranked teams in the Big East. The Styles looks down low. Joplin on the dig. And now Styles driving left hand. That's a really tough play from Dontrez Styles.
One of the few times that Georgetown's been able to attack the paint outside of number 10, Epps.
Kolek on the reverse. He was looking past, made the adjustment midair.
Yeah. And you can see Jay Heath complaining, just saying, where's the help?
And not much you can do is just open prey at that point. Epps got his man in the air. Resets at 10 on the shot clock.
Kicks open, but Epps can't see him.
Over Iguodaro and an air ball. Kolek up top for Iguodaro. Timeout Georgetown. Iguodaro and Kolek like they've done it 1,000 times before.
That's completely unfair. They don't get rotations, and you don't get rotations, you can't find open guys because there are none. Providence's defensive execution, or their game plan and their execution, was extraordinary in that game.
Plus the atmosphere of the Amica Center too. I mean, that place is as tough a place to go and win as there is in the Big East. Epps going right at Lowry, and Lowry's going to pick up another foul. That's his second.
And that's what Shaka Smart said in the huddle. If you give Epps an angle, he's going to take it. Gave him the left angle there, and he was able to attack to his left side. He's making some really good decisions on his reads tonight. Is number 10 in blue.
Epps 3 out of 10 from the floor. Still yet to hit a 3 as Bristol somehow keeps it in play. Bristol driving with the right hand, no. And that's out of bounds. Will stay with Georgetown as both Kolek and Jones were battling for the rebound. And that is off of the Hoyas. Sean Jones. Energy way bigger than his size would indicate.
It's a really heavy play because oftentimes defenses don't challenge that basketball when it's in the air. When it's in the air, it's anybody's basketball, and Jones uses his athleticism to be able to go up and challenge to create a possession for his team.
And we have changed the call.
Oh, wow.
Officials have given the basketball back to Georgetown. Far side official Lamar Simpson came in.
Actually thought that was off of Epps.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Marquette ball.
We had 2 officials say Marquette basketball. We'll take one more look at it. And again, Lamar Simpson from the far side of the court overruled the other 2 officials.
Cook's got a mismatch inside. He's got to get that back.
Cook's got it. Draws 3 defenders. And a travel.
That's really a good job by Marquette, recognizing while that ball was in the air that he had a mismatch with Jones. Look at the number of blue shirts that are around him right now. And when you feel that, you've got to make a pass because you got three guys who are open out there on the perimeter. Missed opportunity there by Georgetown.
5 turnovers now for the Hoyas. Inside Kolek, left hand. And it's out of bounds off of Heath. And Marquette gets the basketball again. Under 4 minutes to go in Milwaukee. Marquette on a run at home.
They are combined 3 of 15 from the field right now. If Georgetown wants to get back into this game and make it close, those 3 guys have to make some shots.
Iguodaro imposing whatever he wants so far. Cam Jones tried a 3 from the corner. Quick shot out of the immediate timeout. One ball back on the floor. Ryan Mutombo on the floor for the first time. Deep 3 for Epps. Too strong.
It's not a good shot. There's no when you get a 3 ball, you want it to be inside out unless you're in transition. And that ball never moved from the center of the floor. Georgetown's got to get some movement in their offense.
Heath on the drive. Heath hangs and hits.
He's one of those guys that we talked about that's got to get going on the offensive end. That's a plus for Georgetown.
Heath sees the ball go through. His confidence soars. A really tough game at Hinkle earlier in the week. Kolek throws it away. Fan trying to take a picture. I hope he took a still shot of that basketball coming in and hitting him in the phone.
Yeah, Tyler looked a little bit upset on that one because Sean Jones was on the wing, and whenever you get dribble penetration to the baseline, you want an opposite side baseline drift. He was expecting him to be there and threw it to no one. And you could hear him giving it to Jones afterwards. Get to the corner.
And a shoot for Georgetown. It's been a long road trip for the Hoyas as well. They've been on the Midwest for the last 8 days. Shot short. Mutombo on a follow and blocked by Iguodaro.
How good has he been in this game? 11 points. He's rebounding, blocking shots. He's doing everything in this game for Marquette.
Joplin.
That's a good call.
A little double dribble there. A little indecision on whether or not he wanted to pull up and shoot or take it to the rack.
That's exactly right. If all those fails, 23, always shoot the rock.
That's right. He's got as good a range as anybody.
Yes,
5 turnovers now for Marquette. We talked about that road trip. It started at Notre Dame for Georgetown.
Why do you have to bring that up?
Oh, I'm just geographically, that's where it started. It was a win to open up the trip. Then from Notre Dame went straight down to Indianapolis.
To Butler, yeah.
There for a couple of days, and after the game against Butler, flew right here to Milwaukee. They've been in Milwaukee the last 3 days. A long road trip over the holiday season for Georgetown.
This is where Georgetown has to take advantage of these switches with Smalls on Drew Fielder, number 20, and get it to him in the post.
Epps hikes a 3 and makes it. Cuts the lead down to 12.
Those are the kind of threes that they need. Dribble penetration, kick. And then they get open opportunities, easier shots to make.
Iguodaro may have had a fingertip from Fielder alter the shot. First miss for Iguodaro, and we'll get an offensive foul. Bad screen by Fielder.
These are the quality threes that Georgetown needs to get. Look, the basketball goes inside. It compresses the defense. Ball reversal. You got one person playing 2 on the weak side. Epps gets an open look at the basket. Those are the kind of plays that Georgetown's going to have to make to climb back into this game.
Under a minute and a half to go in this first half. Gold checks in. Jones passes up the 3. Kolek drives. Kolek left hand, good.
He's so good off the dribble, and what I love about him is he goes to score. Many times players go off the dribble, they don't look to pass, and you don't get anything out of it, but he looks to score, and if he draws an additional defender, then he looks to pass. Such a heady offensive player. I love watching him play.
Kolek in double figures with 10. He's been averaging 18 points over his last 7. Gold comes away with a turnover. Up ahead, Jones into the corner for Ross. Slow things up. Kolek drives, kicks to the corner for Cam Jones. Buried the three. Timeout, Marquette. Beautiful ball movement for the Golden Eagles.
It really is. Tyler Kolek's so good when he gets to his left hand. Top teams, the middle teams, and the lower teams. And I think that's exactly what you've seen early. But Tristan Newton and Cam Spencer, in my mind, are one of the top 5 backcourts in the country. Tristan Newton is a triple-double waiting to happen, and Cam Spencer leads the Big East in three-point field goal percentage at 44%.
Gold picks it off. And they can play for the final shot of the half. Georgetown with 24 points in the opening stanza. At one point, they led this game 13-10, haven't sniffed the lead since. Gold, open three. First miss of the game for Ben Gold, and now Georgetown. They can play for the last shot. Epps. The tumble will not count, so we will go to the locker rooms. 41-24 Marquette. They ended this first half on a huge run.
They really did. Tyler Kolek able to get down in the lane and create offense for himself and his teammates.
And of course, Oso's got only 1 rebound in the ball game, but again, as you mentioned, he took over early. He's been a big presence defensively, but really initiating in the offensive end a lot more than he did earlier in the week.
Indeed. His ability to be able to switch 1 through 5. It's been he who's been able to keep guards out of the lane. He's so good moving his feet.
For Georgetown on the other side, they've got to get some sort of offense moving. How about Ross able to tap that ball away? He was on his backside as Jones hangs on to it, and Marquette has the basketball. Ross fell down, and as he was getting up, deflected that pass for the steal. Cam Jones rattled in and out.
That ball has been a little unkind to Cam Jones tonight. Only 1 of 5 from the field for a guy who's usually really good from 2 and can really stick it from 3.
Epps, crossover, right hand off the side of the backboard. And it's out of bounds, staying with Georgetown. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
What if there's an offensive rebound to get? Cook's going to get it, or at least get a hand on it. Number 24 in blue, he's so good. Offensive rebound to Rock.
Styles on the catch and shoot. He had the hot hand early for Georgetown. Again, they led this game 13-10, but it's been all Marquette since that point. Kolek, left hand no, and there's Cook with another rebound.
This kid, number 1 in blue, Brumbaugh's got to get going here, create some offense for himself here to try to help take the pressure off of Epps.
There's Styles for 3, and he knocks that one through.
One of the few times in this game that Marquette's rotations have been a little slow, and that's exactly how Dontre Styles was able to get so wide open.
Styles the first in double figures for Georgetown. Skip pass across to Joplin. Joplin now for 3. Answers on the other end.
You can't leave strong side corner, even if you're in a zone situation. Epps kind of put his hand in there, moved about 3 feet out, and that's what created that airspace to be able to get that shot off.
Cam Jones done a nice job on Brumbaugh so far tonight.
Look at this. This is your 6'11 center out there guarding a 16-point guard, and he can't get by him.
Never see that. Brumbaugh trying to double, throws it right to Kolek. Numbers from Marquette. Kolek threw it away. 4th turnover for Tyler Kolek. Marquette as a team has 7.
Coming into this game, Shaka Smart really wanted to disrupt Brumbaugh, and so far they've been able to do it in so many different ways. Been able to get up and in and underneath him, and here we get a deflection here and an opportunity for a layup.
And Ross with an and one opportunity. 2 steals already in the second half for Ross.
The game plan to make Rowan Brumbaugh, the freshman, number 1 in blue, uncomfortable has worked superbly for Marquette. Able to get him a little flustered there, get a hand on that basketball, and get a transition bucket. An opportunity for an and one here for Ross.
Well, Brumbaugh only played just under 12 minutes in that first half. And Ross Ross converts on the three-point play. Ross with 3 steals in the game. And those were his first points. Remember, he tweaked his ankle a couple of different times against Providence. Didn't do much during the week practice-wise. They're already down Stevie Mitchell. Missing his 4th straight game of the hamstring. Masood off the glass and nothing else.
Yeah, Marquette's been able to keep him from getting into a rhythm. And if he's not in the rhythm, it makes it difficult for him to be able to knock down shots. That wasn't even close.
Behind the back pass.
Mismatch here.
Got Iguodaro. That's too easy over the top of Epps. Funny on the other side, right? You got Iguodaro playing defense on Epps, and that works.
Yes.
But it doesn't go the other way on the other side.
That's exactly right.
Georgetown just a little out of sync, and Kolick looks like he got his head banged as Heath misses the shot. And Marquette going the other way. Kolick working on Michael Roberts, the official, on the way down the floor. Isolated for Iguodaro into the corner. Cam Jones. It's not his night so far. Up ahead, Heath. Couldn't save it. It's out of bounds. Marquette basketball. Stevie Mitchell. Hamstring made him miss the last 3. 4th consecutive miss for him. Great defensive player.
Defensive ace. Incredibly quick hands. Energizer. Usually defends the opposing team's best offensive player. Would have been interesting to see if Devin Carter of Providence would have been able to get 22 with Stevie Mitchell under him all night long. Devin Carter is an extraordinary player, by the way.
An unbelievable game against Marquette. Yes. Ross tried to save it, couldn't do it. No turnover for the Golden Eagles. Timeout on the floor. Marquette up 22 in Milwaukee.
Assists on only 7 turnovers, 28 deflections, so they're well on their way to the standard 32 that Shaka Smart has set.
Great job by our graphics team. Happy hands? Yes, indeed. Happy and active. Let's see if Jaden Epps can get himself going. Georgetown down by 22, drawing the double. He is in trouble. Throws it out of bounds off of Marquette, and Epps may have got a shot to the eye.
Yeah, every time Epps goes to that right wing, they're going to double him hard. They worked about 3 minutes in practice today on that in their shoot around. It's really well executed. He had no airspace to be able to make a pass.
Yeah, Bristol just threw it away. He was trying to skip it across the fielder. Ill-advised pass from Wayne Bristol. One of the few returners from last year's Georgetown team. Here's Jones from the corner. Oh, everything but the bottom. Joplin an offensive rebound. Jones wants it again for 3. How about a third time? Nope, pass that one up to Ross. Ross got the roll. Cam Jones celebrating his teammate. If I can't get it, you can.
Lefty to lefty, and he needed that one. He was 1 of 7 from 3 over the last 2. Shot that one with a lot of confidence.
11-0 run right now for Marquette. Epps with the right hand snaps the 11-0 deficit.
It's one of the few times that Epps has been able to get all the way to the front of the rim because of the collapsing defense of Marquette.
Ross rises up for 3 more. Iguodaro trying to follow. Epps on the move.
Got numbers.
Epps fouled. He'll go to the line. Chase Ross thought he got all ball. Instead, he picks up the personal. That's his first.
As players, we always think we got all ball. Epps taking that angle, able to get in the lane and jumped off the wrong foot there. I don't know. Ross may have a case for it. That's all ball, buddy. That is all ball.
All ball. I mean, after you got all ball, and there was a little bit on the forearm, but that looked pretty definitive. Didn't look like any lower body stuff either.
Sure.
Then Gold checks in. Gold had a good first half with 9, made 3 threes, matching a career high. Ross heads to the bench. And Epps made them both. Someone's going to come off for Georgetown. I'm playing with 6 guys currently. That's not allowed.
Really? I thought that was an experimentation rule this year.
It's like 12 men on defense. Can't do that sometimes. Sean Jones pulls it back out.
Zone look here from Georgetown.
Joplin bangs it home. Joplin with 13.
The ball movement in the second half of Marquette has been crisp and sound.
21 made field goals, 15 assists. Remember, they had just 7 in the loss against Providence. Styles for 3, short. Kolek taps it out to Jones. He is so fast, Sean Jones. He's learned how to use his gears, however, this year.
It's a really mature play, because last year he would have tried to get to the hole against 2 people. So I love to see the growth.
He was 1 to 5 last year. Now he's found a 3rd gear.
Yes,
somewhere in the middle. There's a 3 again, short, and Kolek pulls down another rebound. That's his 5th. Up ahead, Cam Jones had it blocked by Styles.
Double dribble.
And it is a double dribble, an unforced turnover from Georgetown.
Yeah, Dontrez Styles not giving up on the possession the way he should, and throwing him the basketball and able to go up and block that when they get an extra possession for his team. North Carolina transfer has been really good for Georgetown this year.
Seeing his playing time, I mean, there's no number percentage-wise for the amount of time he's getting more than he did at North Carolina. Pick up a foul. Dontrez Styles gets his first. He had 19 points last time out against Butler. Had a season-high 26 against Mount St. Mary's earlier this season. But there will be stretches where Styles can take over a game, but then also stretches where he just goes missing in action.
And part of that is because you could switch on him, and if he doesn't have a wide open jump shot, he's really good 1-2 dribble pull-ups. The next area of growth for his game is to be able to put it on the floor and be able to get to the front of the rim. Can't quite do that yet, which makes him a little bit easier to guard.
Largest lead of the game for Marquette. It has swelled to 26. The home dominance for Shaka Smart and the Golden Eagles continuing. 17 straight home wins for Marquette. They've lost just 4 times in Shaka Smart's tenure. Got to get moving, and a turnover, another one, the 15th for Georgetown.
Yeah, unlike in the Providence game, Marquette's stunts and their rotations, their movement, their airtime movement particularly, has been terrific in this game tonight and has really taken Georgetown out of any offense that they've wanted to run.
Sean Jones going on the bigger fielder now. Joplin for 3, got another one. Joplin's got 18.
That's created by the wise decision and speed of Sean Jones, able to get into the lane, draw an additional defender, and kick that one out. The 3-point shot quality that Marquette has had here in the second half has been really good.
Just 4 for 20 in the last game. Brumbaugh couldn't handle the pass. Turnover number 16. That's 3 straight possessions that have ended in turnovers for Georgetown.
Yeah, Jeff, if you watch the body language, especially when there's a ball stoppage, this Georgetown team looks like a team that's been on the road for about 8 days. They look tired and fatigued.
Jones, nice little dribbles there. Norman comes away with a loose ball in the corner. Sean Jones for 3, short. Sean Jones this year has made just 4 threes I tell you, every single one of them have come in big, big moments. How about David Joplin, the local product, having a nice night at home?
He really is. 21 of his foundational for Ed Cooley. And how about the poise, recognizing he's got a new team. It's his first year here, and giving his team exactly what they need, which is some encouragement here on the road after each of them over there has their heads hanging. That was the perfect message for this group.
You mentioned that body language, and head coach reinforcing that. Sean Jones picked the pocket of Brumbaugh, and we're going to have an intentional foul on Brumbaugh.
It's been a rough night for the freshman.
Welcome to the Big East. Jones will go to the line and shoot a couple, misses the first. 8 out of 13 from the free throw line. How about Georgetown, by the way? Not necessarily this is their type of game, but they've only had 2 free throw attempts the entire contest.
And part of that has been Marquette's defense, because you can clearly say Georgetown's got to put the basketball on the floor and get into the lane. They've not been able to get into the lane because anytime they've gotten an angle, the rotation of the secondary defender has been really quick here tonight for Marquette.
It's got to be really frustrating for Ed Cooley, too, coming out of that timeout. All right, guys, here we go. Let's try and get one stop at a time, and it starts with a turnover. Ben Gould dials up another 3, short. Iguodala trying to keep it alive. Lowry got his hand on it. It's out of bounds off of Georgetown.
And a late challenge by Dontrez Styles caused him to alter that shot just a little bit. He needed to put a little extra arc on it, which made it short. It's a good effort by Zero and Black, or in blue, rather.
It's a very dark blue.
It is.
I fault you not at all.
Thank you.
'Tis the season, right, of giving?
It is. Look at you. Thank you.
Jones trying to get by Supreme Cook, falling away. Couldn't hit the shot. Out of bounds. Again. Ooh, it looked like it was going to be off of Georgetown, but instead it'll be Georgetown basketball.
Should be Marquette ball there.
You'd be the judge. Yeah, that's
South Cook.
Jay Heath. He's been quiet. Brumbaugh has been quiet.
Cook's got a little one inside if they can find him.
Foul down low as Cook had the mismatch on Trey Norman, and Norman's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second.
Look, it's 11 minutes in this game, Jeff, and Georgetown has played poorly. And as Cooley said in the timeout and in the huddle, they've dug themselves this hole. And so what you have to do is you've got to get some scores up there. You've got to get some stops and try to get this thing under 19.
And Jones nearly picked another pocket. Brumbaugh trying to go on Ben Gould. Oh, my favorite play. It's a wedgie. Sorry, it's the only time he can get away with saying it.
Well, what about a neck ball?
A neck ball?
Yes, it's the neck of the rim.
Oh, sure. I don't know. Throw a wedgie in
a little bit more child appropriate.
All right.
I heard Jeff say wedgie.
Only in that moment, right there. That's where it's allowed. Jones is going to go to the line. He had some ill intentions as he left the floor there.
He certainly did.
He celebrated his birthday a couple of weeks ago and had a dunk on his birthday.
Oh, wow. A little speed cut on the chase. Epps doing his job, but the weak side has to get there early and step up above the restricted arc. Late getting over there, and that's how Jones was able to draw that foul.
Fielder picks up his third as Jones hits the first.
He's had some good moments on the season. Hit a couple of big threes in a win over Illinois, who I think was ranked in the top 10 at that time. He's got a really bright future ahead of him.
Big three over in Hawaii against Kansas. Again, he's only made 4 on the season, but they've all come in critical moments.
Timely.
Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Iguodala on Epps and a foul. They're going to get Ben Gould. He's trying to keep Cook in front of him.
I'll tell you what, as poorly as Georgetown has played, Cook is playing hard. Ed Cooley's got some things to build on because he's got a couple guys out there that are playing really hard. One of the issues that they're having right now is a couple guys out there don't know where they're supposed to be on certain plays that Cooley is calling from the bench, and it's really messing up the flow. So that's part of the reason why Marquette's able to keep them in front.
We talked about this a little bit in the first half too, Fonz, but just the sheer fact is Jones going to pick up a reach-in foul here. But they had not had a lot of floor time together.
No.
And that's a big deal.
It is. With several injuries, there was a long period of time where Ed Cooley couldn't even have 5-on-5 competition. And that stuff really kind of starts to show itself, particularly when you're in conference play, where all of even the minute details are so important.
Styles
nice.
Just inside the free throw line, and Cook tried to keep it alive, and Iguodaro pulls down just his second rebound.
Yeah, that's a shot that Styles usually makes. I mean, with a high level of accuracy, it's just not been there for him, particularly here in the second half.
Shots have not come easy for Georgetown tonight against this Marquette defense. Isolation for Iguodaro on Heath. Goes baseline. Iguodaro left hand, no. Followed by Trey Norman.
It's really a good read by Trey Norman. Those diagonal, what we call 45 cuts to the offensive glass are open and available with dribble penetration. He read that one beautifully.
Quickly, Iguodaro got to the baseline, too, on that spin.
Give it to him. He's open.
Heath drives, and a foul just as the shot clock was winding down. And they'll get a foul on Norman. That'll be his third. And for Georgetown, a very prolonged drought without a field goal. Hasn't been since above the 15-minute mark. So Heath committed. It's going to the foul line. And Norman picked up that foul.
J.P. started 2 seasons at Boston College, 1 year at Arizona State. Transferred to Georgetown last year. This is his second year. And if Georgetown's going to try to make a push, number 5's got to be able to give them some consistent offense, whether he's a starter, as he's been, or coming off the bench, as he was tonight. Because he's certainly capable. He's averaged double-figure scoring every single year he's been in college.
This season averaging just under 9 a game. Pull it to Iguodaro, draws 3. Now Joplin for 3. Joplin back on the floor, game high 18 points for him. Fielder Euro stepping his way through.
That's really pretty. 6'10". Freshman, he's got a lot of upside. We know his ability to be able to stick it from the three-point line. He can pass it, dribble it. As he gets a little stronger, they'll be able to post him on the inside. What a nice cut by Cam Jones.
Fantastic slip by Jones, and the feed from Iguodaro.
Is there a better passing big man in the country than Oso Iguodaro?
I don't think so.
If there is, you got to show me that guy. Wow, that kid can pass.
Such a luxury for Shaka Smart. Heath left wide open. Heath, Brumbaugh, and Epps have gone a combined 1 out of 12 from 3. Cam Jones, top of the key. It's not been his night. He didn't like it as soon as it left his fingertips.
He's got a little bit of a side spin on that ball, and I think he's shooting a little flat tonight as well.
Heath passes up the 3, drives, and he'll go to the line. That'll take us to a timeout. Foul on Zayd Lowry. Marquette comfortably in front over Georgetown.
Playmakers to be able to make plays, and in that case, that's Iguodaro from the right elbow area, creating offense for his team.
We talked about sharing the basketball a lot in this ball game already. And in the first 10 minutes of this game, Marquette had more assists than they did in their entire game against Providence. 17 on the night. Student section getting a little lively for Jay Heath. Makes 1 out of 2. Pretty good cardboard cutouts in that student section. Huh?
Yes, it is.
I see Marv from Home Alone over there.
There's a lot more creativity when you don't have to go to class.
Holiday break.
You know it.
You have a lot of time on your hands.
Right.
Finals are over. It's been a good crowd considering that students are out of school.
Yes.
Chase Ross passed up the three. Now Kolek tries his hand at a triple and buries it.
Yeah, watched him make a ton of those before they did their warm-up before the game today. He was in here at least 45 minutes before his teammates got here, just getting shots up. A lot of them look just like that one.
He's put in the work, and he has improved dramatically in that department over the last couple of seasons.
Jeff, an area that'll help Georgetown offensively is when Cook sets that screen and roll, they're switching that action. He's got a guard. That basketball has to get to him down low.
Kolek finds Joplin. Whip it over to Cam Jones, and a foul. Drew Fielder got his hand in there. Fielder.
He's just a freshman. He'll learn to use your feet and not your hands on your closeout and trying to contain the drive. But I love his upside. He's got a little toughness to him as well.
He's picked up his fourth foul. Fielder has already picked up 20 pounds since he got on campus.
Look good.
Still plenty of time to operate the offense. Jones blocked by Bristol. Like Jones got up in the air, was looking for some help, and instead just threw it up there, and Bristol said, I don't think so.
Yeah, a lot of little separation, and a decent shot blocker can get up there and get that one. That was well done by Bristol Jr.
Blocked it with his forearm. Jones.
Good contest by Epps.
Yeah, he had it altered there. Epps did a nice job. It's been a tough night for Cam Jones, but here's a steal by Ross. Cam Jones lays it up and in. Ross with 4 steals. 18 turnovers for Georgetown. And the points off the turnovers, that's a big story.
That's huge. 26 of the 72 points off of turnovers.
Styles to the rack.
And that's what he's capable of. And Georgetown could have used a lot of that early, both in the first half and then in the early part of this second half. Because that would have taken the pressure off Epps having to try to create so much off the dribble.
Their turnover in the game for Marquette. Georgetown into the corner. Bristol for 3. And Fielder followed it. And a timeout called by Georgetown. They've got 1 left. 5:25 to go in the game. Step aside here in Milwaukee. Marquette, number 6 in the country. They are rolling.
Been terrific in this game, and this is a Marquette team that turns teams over 9 times per game. That's number 1 in the Big East, and that's exactly what they've done tonight. They have 9 steals in this game.
He's got 24 points on those turnovers. Joplin with an air ball. Ross kept it alive. And now Bristol and Georgetown on the move. And Kolek stole it right away again. Ross up ahead. Jam time.
And partner, forgive me, they average 9 steals per game, which is number 1 in the Big East. And they have 10 now in this game.
And Georgetown using their final timeout. 1 away from a double-double. He's got 10 points. Continuing to do his thing, facilitating at 10 points in the first half.
And there may be guys who average more assists than he does, but in my mind, he is the best point guard in the country.
Yeah, he really is. Assist to turnover ratio is brilliant. Plays with just such an energy. His Styles from the corner. And Joplin pulls down another board. Up ahead, Gold. Ross inside, fouled. He'll go to the line. Dontrez, should say Epps, picks up the foul. Chase Ross goes to the line. This is a good moment for Ross. Again, with Stevie Mitchell out of the lineup, it's an opportunity for Ross to step up. He was such a lightning rod for them last year, especially defensively as a true freshman. And stepping into the kind of that sixth man role for Shaka Smart, getting an opportunity to start the last couple of games.
That's 6'5", 210 pounds, strong, bouncy. And they certainly missed that guy, Stevie Mitchell. Hopefully he can get healthy here and get back out on the floor, because he is such a good defender, and he changes the game with his defense and his energy and his effort. However, while he's been gone, these are great opportunities for Chase Ross, because now you develop your bench a little deeper, allow another guy to get confident. It'll be much better with Stevie Mitchell back out on the floor.
Ross with 9 points, 4 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, kind of doing everything. Fielder had a tough catch and makes the 3.
That's where he's so good, and you get him involved in the ball screen with Epps, because of Epps' speed coming out that thing. It creates separation for him to get the shot off.
Oh, way to go. Great feed from Kolek for his 10th assist to Al Amadou, just on the floor for the first time.
How about Al Amadou? Went up as if he's going to draw a little contact and has the ability to be able to change that shot, and then a soft little finish at the rim. That was impressive.
Again, great vision from Kolek. 10 assists for him. Amadou, 6'9", out of Philly, playing just his 7th game. Drew Fielder, who I believe just picked up that foul, that was his 5th. Kolek checks out with his double-double. 6th career double-double.
Some guys just make it look so easy, and he's one of those guys, and it's almost as if he has eyes behind his head, because some of the passes that he's able to make, and it's one thing to be able to make the pass, but it's a different thing to be able to make the pass and put it right on the hands of your teammates, and he does that with high accuracy.
So Austin Montgomery check in for Fielder, left with his 5 fouls. We're under 4 minutes. Just a dominating performance from Marquette. Rumbaugh's had a really difficult night, and it continues. Supreme Cook, however, his energy level has never ticked down.
No, he doesn't.
Final media timeout of this one. 3:44 to go. Marquette cruising.
Saturday night.
David Joplin, the only starter still on the floor for Marquette. Young lineup with Lowry, Norman, Amadou, and Ben Gold, as Cook is at the line, shooting 1-1 and makes the first.
Amadou ran down as if it were 1-1, and then he puts his hand up there and goes, oh, he's got one more shot. Ran back to his spot.
Gold pulls down the rebound. It's been a minute since he has seen the floor. Al Amadou, a little antsy.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Absolutely. Good screen.
Norman backing down on Epps. Epps nearly picked his pocket and did. Montgomery comes away with it.
Good hands.
It's the 10th turnover from Marquette in the game. Ed Cooley, you want to see your team finish this one strong. You're going to be heading home. You got a long time before your next game. You don't play again until after New Year's against Creighton.
Yeah, everything for Dontrez Styles tonight has been short.
Yeah.
And having watched this game, that's a sign of fatigue, because every single one of them is hitting the front of the rim. And that's the sign of a team that's been on the road and played 3 games in 8 days.
Norman, no whistle, tapped out to Joplin, and he'll go to the line.
It's 9 rebounds now for Joplin. Or was that 10? Is that a double-double for him?
Check that stat sheet. Nope, still on 9. The bench was getting all fired up.
Right.
Joplin, season high 19 against UCLA, and he's matched it here tonight. Career high 28 against DePaul last year. That's what's coming up for Marquette, Creighton, Seton Hall, Butler. And then Villanova and St. John's. Catch those two last ones on Fox.
They're going to have to be ready for Seton Hall, because Seton Hall, much like Marquette, changes their defenses often, so it has a tendency to keep you off balance. They're going to have to be locked in. Let's go. Shaka Smart gives David Joplin a huge hug coming off the floor.
David Joplin nearly took him out. They went for a little chest bump. Supreme Cook missed the dunk. Lowry was on a breakaway. It's going to be out of bounds Georgetown basketball, but David Joplin tried to give a chest bump to Shaka Smart, nearly put him into the athletic director.
And now, most coaches would be annoyed. Shaka Smart loves that, because he's like, that's how I want you to be. I want you to be physical and tough all the time. It's part of their culture.
Joplin is season high tonight. 20 points to go with 9 rebounds. Kolek a double-double, 13 points, 10 assists. And she's got so many weapons.
Yes. And remember, that's with Stevie Mitchell still out.
Yep. For Cam Jones, who's had a tough day, 3 for 14 from the floor and 8 points. For the first time blocked by Norman. Gold tracks down the loose ball. It would be the first time since February of last year. 19 straight games Cam Jones was in double figures. Middle end of night. Again, it goes to the point. There's Amadou inside. Amadou! Tomahawk jam! Supreme Cook will go to the line for an and one.
I love that from Amadou. I mean, the awareness of the young fella to keep his poise and his pivot foot, and then able to clear a little space. Watch this. Most guys will rush, but he doesn't. Holds his pivot foot, spins, and just throws that one down. I tell you, you can see the promise in this young man.
Talent around the rim is amazing. His arm was like go-go gadget arm, right?
Yes. Why lay it up when you can punch it?
That's what Ed Cooley was telling his team, right? Don't be soft inside. Go finish. And we'll get a foul on Norman. Norman was trying to pick up a steal on Epps. And Norman's going to pick up his 4th. He had talked about Marquette's schedule. Here's what Georgetown has. They've got Creighton, DePaul, Seton Hall, UConn, Xavier. 3 straight home games. They're going to like a little home cooking.
Yes, they will. That's a nasty schedule, but that's what it's like in the Big East. And against Creighton, they're going to have to run those guys at the three-point line and make them take tough twos. If you allow them to start knocking down threes, they are very difficult to contain.
Bench guys coming in for Shaka Smart, and it's such a great moment for them. Jack Riley checks in. They got Cameron Brown on the floor.
Yes.
It's Jonah Lucas. And Casey O'Malley joined Amadou on the floor for the last 138.
4 of those 5 guys are part of the scout team, and people don't realize how much time, energy, and effort the scout team puts in, and they're a huge part of why a team can be so good, because they're going at those guys each and every day. And so I love these moments that the scout team gets to be out there on the floor, especially at home.
Home and in conference play too. You sometimes get those guys on the floor during some non-conference action, but not in conference play very often. It's a cool moment for these guys. O'Malley on the drive. O'Malley had a block by Mutombo. Oh, I hope he wags his finger.
That would have been so cool. But now you can't do that. They're down 30.
No. Nope. Brumbaugh on the drive. Kicks it off to Mutombo.
Son of Dikembe Mutombo, the Hall of Famer. Got the privilege of playing with him 4 years as a Denver Nugget and then 2 years in Atlanta. And you won't find a better and more generous guy than Dikembe Mutombo.
Well, you guys are forever teammates in NBA Jam.
you mentioned that one. That's
Alfonso
right.
Ellis and Dikembe Mutombo on the Nuggets.
My wife wanted me to ask you, by the way, because I've never played the game.
How have you not played the game?
It's weird.
What do you mean it's been playing as
Play the
yourself?
game with yourself. It's weird.
Come on.
No, it's weird. But she wanted me to ask you, do we play defense?
Yes, of course.
Really?
Tenacious defense. Very tenacious defense. It's 2-on-2. It's great. A great game. One of my favorite. I'm going to go home and play tonight, as a matter of fact. I grab my 9-year-old from the stands and we'll go play some NBA Jam.
That game's 30 years old.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Still a classic. 3-ball, no good. Offensive rebound. And Al Amadou thought about taking a 3 and shot Smart said, no, boys. Call off the dogs. It's going to be a 30-point win for Marquette. And I'd say they responded perfectly after what happened in Providence earlier in the week.
And it's really the defensive awareness. They were able to take Georgetown completely out of anything that they wanted to run offensively. They were able to get steals and get out in transition. What a tremendous defensive effort by Marquette.
They forced 19 turnovers and just absolutely dominated this ball game. Both teams looking forward to Creighton coming up. Marquette will get them first. Georgetown gets them second. And Marquette with a huge win against Georgetown.